Hello and welcome to another Wineword Italy review. Today I'm looking at two more wines from Benanti in Sicily. First of all, we've got the Benanti Pietramarina Etna DOC Bianco Superiore 2007. And second, we've got Benanti Il Drappo, which is a Sicilia IGT Rosso Nero d'Avola. In this case, it's 2005. So let's think first about the white here. As I said, it's DOC Bianco Superiore. Only Etna Bianco produced in the comune of Milo, which is in Catania province, can gain the title Superiore. The wine is 100% Carricante, which are grown as freestanding bushes at an altitude of 950 meters, which is about 3,000 feet on the eastern flank of Etna. That's on the seaward side. Now, Carricante is an indigenous vine to Sicily. It produces prolific amounts of grapes, and as it adds smoothness and quality to wines, it's often blended with other varieties such as Carato, Ansonica and Minella, and sometimes it's even blended with red varieties, particularly the Nero Mascalese, which we looked at in one of the wines last time. So it's a very a useful blending grape, but in this case it's all alone. It's in here 100%. Until the mid-1980s, this was widely cultivated in all of Sicily, but since then it's become more limited, but still obviously grown in the Etna area. The vines themselves are about 80 years old, which is no mean feat, and the grapes ripen late, usually in the last 10 days of October. They're gently pressed whole, and fermentation is at 18 to 20 degrees in stainless steel tanks. Maturation takes place also in stainless steel, and the wine is bottle matured for 10 to 12 months minimum. Like I said, this one is a 2007, which is very good news for me because apparently this wine reaches its best about 4 years after harvest. So we're now in mid to November, 4 years after this was picked, so let's get it open and see what we've got inside. I'm hoping this is going to be marvellous. Ooh, wow. Quite astounding odour there, considering it's a white. So let's pop some in the glass, see how the colour looks. Oh, very, very pleasant. Okay, so a pale yellow, very pale yellow with a greenish, distinct greenish hint there. Very much like the grapes. They're a yellowy green on the outside. So that colour from the grapes coming right through into the wine. There it is there. A lovely, lovely colour, and absolutely crystal clear in this particular case. Okay, I can smell it already. So what am I getting? Well, even from here I can smell the similar smell to I get in our front room around about Christmas, when the lemon tree and the orange tree, which we keep indoors to protect from the frost, gives out its flowers. So oh, absolutely wonderful. Oh yes, that's citrus flowers. Not citrus as in sharp fruit. The smell of those orange and lemon flowers, which, if you know it, it's a very perfumey smell. It's a very rich smell. Quite incredible coming out of this very light-looking white wine. Oh goodness me! And there's a bit of ripe apple there, making my mouth water. Okay, well, let's waste no further time. Let's get a taste going. Chin chin. My word, that's dry. malted kind of taste in there. And you get the sensation of those floral smells coming through in the aftertaste, which hangs around quite well in the mouth. Very pleasant. Something else on the end there, I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's have another taste. Possibly almonds. It's like sort of sweet bitterness at the end. Kind of almondy taste. My goodness, but it's very, very clean, very dry, and all that's missing is a good fish dish, because this would go absolutely splendidly with anything in the fish end of the menu. Really good, even if it's prepared with a rich dish, lots of maybe tomatoes, capers, that kind of thing. It would still stand up, and the wine would do it justice. There's enough flavour there to match it well. It's not often I drink a white wine that's 4 years old, but I can safely say that that's fresh as probably as the day they were picked. It's absolutely marvellous. So here it is, Benanti Pietramarina, Etna DOC Bianco Superiore. Okay, there it is, this one, a 2007 harvest, and if you're interested and you wanted to buy some over the internet, then you're probably looking at around 20, 22, 25 euros a bottle. So, there we go, a splendid start. Chin chin. Now then, for wine number 2, we've got the Benanti Drappo Nero d'Avola 100%. This one 2005. We've got quite low light today. It's been a foggy day, and maybe we're not getting that focused very well. Pity. Okay. The name Il Drappo literally means a heavy curtain. And I'm rather hoping that the image I get with that idea of a dark red, thick and warming cover, or possibly protection against the cold winter air outside, is going to be ideal for what comes out of the bottle in a few minutes. Like I said, it's 100% Nero d'Avola. The grapes are grown near a small town, the small town of Pachino, which is in the extreme southeastern corner of Sicily. Now I'm hoping this will focus up okay. Here we've got the town of Siracusa. Okay, over here is Ragusa, and the town of Avola itself is there, where the grape takes its name. And down here, that is Pachino. Okay, so right in the southeast of Sicily. Now then, Nero d'Avola is probably the most typical Sicilian variety for red wines, grown everywhere except on the volcanic soils around Etna. The resulting wines can be full-bodied and well-aged, typically rich, aromatic with red fruit scents and sweet kind of tannins. I'm hoping, again, this will be no exception. Harvest is in mid-September. Vinification takes place with skins on, and it has a long maturation to get the colour really out of the skins. The new wine is matured in new 225 litre barrels for at least 12 months, and then bottle refining is for a minimum of 6 months before going on sale. But this one has been in the bottle a good deal longer than that. Let's hope we do it justice here. Pop that out. Well, in for a treat. Here we go. Let's get some in the glass and see what it's all about. I've already got a sniff of the cork there, which was a good indication. Let's check out the colour. There we are. We've got an intense, very intense ruby red concoction in here. Even after a few years in the bottle there, it's still got its dark fruit colour. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. The idea of red drapes certainly maintained in the colour. Okay, well, I can see the alcohol rising up the glass. Let's check that. What is it? 13.5%. It's not particularly warm in here, but 13.5% is a very substantial wine. Let's get the nose in. Oh, fantastic. Mouth-watering red berry fruits. Red currants, the kind of sharpness of the red currant. Bit of blackberry going on there, dark cherries certainly, and ripe plums. That real sweetness you get in the air around a bowl of white plums. Ripe plums. White plums, I haven't seen too many of those. Okay, so, mouth-watering, let's taste it. Chin chin, see what we've got. Well, certainly the typical light tannic element is there, but not unpleasant, not overpowering. And the flavour is full, it's fruity. I'm getting a sensation, not necessarily a taste, but a sensation of a sort of winter warmer forest fruit cordial, or alcoholic cordial, that is. It's a very round, enveloping kind of taste. Maybe Il Drappo is a very, very suitable name for this particular wine. Almost getting a sort of Dickensian winter image. The positive side, not the Scroogey side. People warm inside, light, coziness, and good flavours going on. So there it is. Well, thinking of Dickens and Christmas, what would you have this with? Well, red meat, certainly. Goose, duck, sort of rich wildfowl. Mature cheese, absolutely. Or even a rich fish dish if it's prepared with a very heavy, maybe tomatoey, capery kind of sauce, as many are in Sicily. But why not? I would say put a bottle of this on your Christmas table. It would go a treat with roast turkey and vegetables, that kind of rich mix of flavours. This would show, balance them out extremely well indeed. So, absolutely marvellous. I don't want to stop with that. There it is. Benanti, Il Drappo, Nero d'Avola, IGT Rosso from Sicily, 2005 in this particular case. A real winter warmer in every sense of the word. Get it online, probably between 18 and 20 euros. But the good people at Benanti sent it to me anyway. So thanks to them, thanks to you for watching. I'll see you very soon on Wineword Italy Reviews. Chin chin!